Homeostasis. Another more common word for homeostasis is balance. As a scientist, I've spent a lot of time and effort researching how we can stack the deck in our favor to be able to achieve or maintain homeostasis. As a person, however, I'm really looking for how I can achieve and maintain balance. That striving, from both a scientific and a personal perspective, is what led us to develop the Adaptive Calming Blend capsules. From the beginning, we knew that this product would be something special because of the need we were trying to fulfill. We had many discussions about this product. Each of the ingredients, and even the actual delivery system, was deliberately selected for optimal benefit. These powerful, natural ingredients work together for incredible results, including supporting emotional stability and calmness, promoting an elevated mood, and supporting healthy mood and cognitive function. Let's talk a little bit more about the intricate design and conscientious thought process that went into creating the adaptive capsules. When you look at the label for this product, you will notice 4 key active components. Each is deliberate and has a role and a unique place in this formula. The first key component is the essential oil blend: lavender, wild orange, coriander, and fennel. If you are familiar with these 4 oils, you may notice that they are high in 2 primary chemical constituents, linalool and limonene. In addition, if you are familiar with these 2 compounds, you can start to understand the idea behind adaptive and the concepts of homeostasis and balance. Linalool and limonene combine both calming and uplifting essential oil chemistry. This yin and yang of properties gives you help and support as you adapt to the wide variety of circumstances you may face throughout the day. Next on the label, you will notice ahi flower. This plant, whose Latin name is Buglosoides arvensis, grows throughout the United Kingdom. It is quite special as an excellent vegetarian source of omega fatty acids. The fatty acid profile of the plant is unique. No other source of omegas quite fits the profile of ahi flower. Now, these omega fatty acids are incredibly important when we talk about maintaining balance and cognitive homeostasis. Why? Because to achieve both, it is critical that we maintain the structural integrity of the biological membranes of our brain cells with lipids, or organic fatty acids. This is why we chose to include a generous dose of omega fatty acids from ahi flower in this product. Balance means that there is not too much or too little. And that brings me to the third key component of the adaptive capsule formula: a high-quality fermented gamma-aminobutyric acid, or GABA. This is the primary inhibitory neurotransmitter in the brain. It is what your brain relies on to make sure there is not too much or too little when it comes to neurotransmitter stimulation and excitability. GABA, sometimes referred to as the brakes of the brain, helps you maintain a balanced control and avoid excessive excitability or stress. Finally, we have Scaledium tortuosum. This remarkable plant has an awesome history. Indigenous communities of South Africa have used Scaledium tortuosum, commonly known as kanna, for centuries. Dutch explorers in the 1600s documented their first experiences using kanna, and the benefits they described from this plant include an elevated mood, relieved anxiety, and a sense of euphoria. One early explorer described kanna as the greatest cheerer of spirits and the noblest restorative in the world. Since then, pharmacological studies have been performed to elucidate the mechanism of action of the mesembrine alkaloids native to this plant. Results demonstrate that kanna extracts act on multiple cognitive pathways. As a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor via 5-hydroxytryptamine receptor, as a phosphodiesterase inhibitor, which has the effect of enhancing cognition, memory, and executive function, as an acetylcholinesterase inhibitor, and as a cytochrome P17A1 inhibitor. It sounds complicated, and it is. But what it means is that these alkaloids have impact on serotonin, acetylcholine, and cortisol. The key point is that these compounds are what help you to maintain balance and homeostasis. We believe that everyone can benefit from the adaptive capsules, and we wanted to make sure that people with food sensitivities could take them. So we used a nice vegetarian, carrageenan-free capsule. We even included antioxidant tocopherols from sunflower to be mindful of those who are sensitive to soy. Along with the capsules, I want to reiterate the incredible synergistic benefits of using the adaptive oil blend as well. This is a wonderful opportunity to not only combine a collection of compounds, but also to use them in complementary routes of delivery and maximize the benefits of each. The adaptive capsules are truly an amazing product. An incredible amount of time, thought, and research has gone into making these an effective and natural solution to help you maintain homeostasis.
One of the most undervalued aspects of our mental health is sleep. In fact, a recent study by the American Psychological Association discovered that an extra 60 to 90 minutes of sleep per night can make you happier. Prioritizing sleep creates a strong foundation for mental wellness. And here to teach us more about sleep and the products that can help us is Dr. Heather Pickett. Here's a fun little fact. Before joining us as the director of Prime Meridian Healthcare, Dr. Pickett worked as a family physician practicing holistic techniques and traditional medicine around the world. And she's also a retired U.S. Air Force colonel.
How did you sleep last night? I slept phenomenally. Sleep has always been recognized as a part of a healthy lifestyle, but in recent years, the impact of the lack of sleep has become much more front and center in modern medicine. Research and studies have reinforced just how critical sleep is for our bodies, and that a lack of sleep is associated with many effects on the body and the brain, many of which can be prevented with good sleep hygiene. To better understand this, we need to know what actually happens during sleep. So let's take a minute and discuss the sleep cycle. There are two main types of sleep: rapid eye movement, or REM, and non-REM sleep. And together they form a sleep cycle you experience every night. Throughout the night, your body goes through phases of lighter and deeper sleep. The time between light and deep sleep is actually very important for your body. It gives your brain a chance to file away those long-term memories and can help with your brain memory recall. Sleep is also a time for your body to repair. All night long, your body's busy, doing work for all systems to keep it going. It's not necessarily the lazy period of inactivity you might have thought. During this period, chemicals that strengthen your immune system also start to circulate in your blood, which is why getting good sleep is so critical to immune support. Interestingly, sleep also affects our hormone levels. While you sleep, levels of growth hormone go up. This is a hormone that assists with hormone regulation and your basal metabolic rate, which can help contribute to maintaining a healthy weight. On a related note, the amount of sleep you get also affects your leptin and ghrelin levels. These are hormones related to your feelings of hunger or fullness. So during sleep, your cortisol level, a stress hormone, also goes down. That's why many people with sleeping problems can have issues with, guess what? Their stress hormones. We're discovering that sleep does all sorts of incredible things for our bodies. So then what happens to your body if you don't get enough sleep? One of the major effects of a lack of quality sleep is weight gain. When your body's deprived of sleep, your metabolism slows down, and that can lead to weight gain and all of the other effects with the hormones we just discussed. Another possible effect can be on your mood. Mood is influenced by many possible factors: stress, society, the speed we live at, or diet. But we know for sure that lack of sleep is a contributing factor. Researchers have compared the effects of sleep deprivation to those of drunk driving. Studies suggest that some regions of a person's brain doze, causing mental lapses, while the rest of the brain is awake and running as usual. When sleep deprived, parts of your brain can be functionally asleep as you go throughout your day. Additionally, recent data suggests that a lack of sleep in teenagers affects their brain development. And this is particularly important because the brain is not fully developed until around the age of 25. So it's obvious that sleep is critical and that a lack of sleep can have serious consequences. So how do you know if you need additional support for your sleep? I want you to ask yourself a question. Have you experienced any of the following? Feeling very sleepy during the day, trouble falling or staying asleep, snoring, briefly stopping breathing, often while you're asleep, uncomfortable feeling in your legs, and the urge to move them? If you relate to any of these, you might want to first consult with your medical provider. These things could be keeping you from experiencing the benefits we discussed earlier. But luckily, there are things you can do and natural products you can use to also help. Start by establishing a schedule. Make sure you wake up and go to sleep at a consistent time each day. Take time to unwind before going to sleep. You can read a book, you can meditate, you can have a cup of chamomile tea, whatever works best for you. Regular exercise can also help, but avoid strenuous exercise close to bedtime. The experts recommend at least 3 hours between really exertional exercise and going to sleep. And of course, you've heard this before, avoid caffeine, alcohol, and nicotine before bedtime. And try to finish eating 2 to 3 hours before turning in. Now, let's talk about your sleeping environment. Keep your sleeping space dark, cool, and comfortable. Use a sound machine to block noises that keep you from falling asleep. And I can't emphasize this next practice enough. Don't watch TV or use the computer in bed. Screens have been shown to interfere with your circadian rhythm and how your brain functions, and you want your mind to associate your bedroom with only sleep. Lastly, you might want to consider using an early morning light when you wake up, or a full spectrum light, to help regulate your sleep schedule, especially if you live in an area where there's a lot of dark. In addition to implementing these healthy habits, there are also natural solutions you can use to support your sleep. First, let's talk about a doTERRA favorite, lavender. There is substantial research out there supporting the fact that when lavender essential oil is taken internally, it supports a good night's sleep. doTERRA Serenity soft gels are another fantastic product. In fact, doTERRA did a small, randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled trial with Serenity soft gels. It concluded that the soft gels were shown to improve subjective measures of sleep quality. I always recommend using these oils aromatically, topically, and internally so you can access the full benefits throughout the night. So consider diffusing the Serenity oil blend right next to your bed at night, along with other sleep-supporting oils, such as frankincense, which crosses the blood-brain barrier, vetiver, ylang-ylang, the Peace Emotional Aromatherapy Blend, petitgrain, or Roman chamomile. When it comes to topical application, I'd recommend applying Serenity to the bottom of the feet and along the spine aspect of the foot, which is related to the body, which is the inner part of the foot. For internal use, take 1 to 2 Serenity soft gels at night, about an hour before bedtime. The components in these soft gels are designed to enhance sleep and to decrease nighttime wakening. And then if you want to go the extra mile, there is good data supporting the use of omega-3 fatty acids for brain health, which in turn can also help your sleep. doTERRA has the XE Omega that's part of our Lifelong Vitality Pack, and that's an incredible omega product. When taken regularly as recommended, XE Omega provides you with the amount of omegas recommended to support brain health. It can be tempting at times to turn to synthetic options when looking for a quick way to support your sleep. But we are so lucky to have these precious natural gifts of the earth at our fingertips. We don't have to turn to synthetic ingredients to support our sleep. Starting today, you can begin to get better, more restful sleep using the tips we learned about and the essential oils you already trust. So tonight, sweet dreams.
We really do normalize not getting enough sleep. When I very first got pregnant, one of the first things to go was my sleep. So my sleep got really disrupted. I kind of thought, well, this will resolve itself when I have my baby. I'm gonna be up all night anyways, it'll be fine. And so, I have a baby that's sleeping through the night from, about 6 months on, where I'm still awake for hours and hours in the middle of the night. I just kind of normalized it, like so many people do with sleep. Oh, well, I guess I'm a bad sleeper. I'd had my oils for about 6 months at this point. I kept reading again and again, Serenity is so beautiful for supporting healthy sleep. I thought, well, at this point, I don't have anything to lose. I got the Serenity, I put it in my diffuser, I turned the diffuser on, and I set my alarm, and I fell asleep. At the time I didn't notice it because it happened so quickly, and I woke up when my alarm went off, and it had been almost 3 years since I had slept that long and that well. Always the skeptic, I'm like, it's probably just a coincidence. Just the one night in 3 years that I actually slept through the night also was the night I had Serenity. I'm sure it's not related. I'm sure tomorrow night we'll be back to my old pattern. Except then tomorrow night, then I put the oils in the diffuser again, and I turned on the diffuser, and then I slept. And then the next night I slept, and then the next night I slept, and I managed to get myself back into this beautiful, really healthy, normal sleep routine. And it was at that point that I kind of couldn't deny that this was something really special. When you're in kind of a dark spiral of not sleeping well, you don't really realize how much it impacts the rest of your life. And it really wasn't until I started sleeping again that I realized how hard things were in every area of my life, how much had disintegrated in my marriage, what a short-tempered mom I was. And that was really hard to realize.
Let's see.
Once I started, kind of sleeping again, the biggest things were just feeling like I had the energy to really show up in my life. I had the energy to, start going to the gym, sit down on the floor and play blocks with my little one, go on a date with my husband. Serenity is a favorite of everybody in the family. We put Serenity in her diffuser every night. We have a Serenity roller. Everybody gets it on our feet before bed. It's a really beautiful part of our nighttime routine.
I'm feeling for you.
So now my life is full. It's rich. I can choose how I show up in it rather than just showing up by default. And that feels really good.
Jessica Travis, Nicole Stevens, Daniel, Alex DeBell, and Dr. Heather Pickett, thank you. And now onto one of my favorite parts of the day, where we give you the answers to the questions you ask us most. When it comes to managing and supporting your mind and mood, the adaptive system, serenity, and balance are most likely the heroes you grab first and are without a doubt the products we get the most questions about. Joining me to answer your questions are two of my favorite humans. You already know and love Dr. Brannick Riggs. And also joining us is Rebecca Hinsey, a mental health specialist and best-selling author. She has vast experience with emotional intelligence, family issues, and using natural solutions for mood management. Thank you both so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So let's dive in. Our first question is all about supplements. When is the best time to take the adaptive capsules, and how many should I take?
Ooh, that is a great question. And I completely understand that there are a lot of supplements that doTERRA offers, and it can be hard to know what to use and when. So for the adaptive capsules, for me, I take them as needed. At nighttime before I go to bed, just for that extra support to relax before I go to sleep, they're just perfect for that. And I also take an adaptive capsule in the morning, especially when I look ahead and I see that I'm going to have a stressful day. And if I feel like it's going to be a particularly demanding day, which, happens, I often take more than one. So for me, when people ask, like, how many should I take, which is a common question, I suggest go to the bottle, which I think you would recommend. Take the one capsule that it suggests is needed and follow the recommendations there. Adaptive is totally safe to take on a daily basis, though. And for me, I take more than one a day, especially at this time of year.
Yeah. I'll start off by saying this is a really common question. And Rebecca, you made some great points there. We suggest taking 1 to 3 capsules every day to get the best results, but adaptive capsules can be used on an as-needed basis. If you're wondering whether you should take adaptive capsules daily or as needed, they can be used both ways. If stress is something you experience regularly, which I think in today's environment we probably all are, then a daily usage would be appropriate. But others may not need to use the capsules daily, but could take them on an as-needed basis. Now, I often get asked the question about children and adaptive capsules. I would say children above the age of 6 that can safely take a capsule can take 1 capsule of adaptive daily, and children above the age of 12 can take it twice daily. One last point on this question. If you're using adaptive capsules while taking medication, you should always consult your doctor. And having a better understanding of what is in the capsules will help with that conversation.
So a follow-up question that we often get is, what is the difference between Serenity, Balance, and Adaptive?
Again, great question, Becca, because all of these product lines are about soothing ourselves. You can soothe yourself through getting rest, feeling grounded, and finding a sense of calm. First, Serenity is about getting rest. The Serenity supplement is formulated with a high presence of linalool from lavender that's in it. We have also added L-theanine, which is a precursor to GABA, which attaches to receptors in the brain, causing a calming feeling. Balance is an amazing oil for grounding. It combines tree, and flower oils to help us self-soothe. This blend contains spruce, hoe wood, and frankincense. The combination of these powerful tree oils provide a relaxing aroma and strong grounding benefits, while the flower oils can provide uplifting aromatic benefits. The balanced blend is especially popular for meditation, yoga, and for inner spiritual work. Last, adaptive is about feeling calm. Adaptive is formulated with a high presence of linalool, which is effective at soothing and uplifting. It also contains oils with limonene, which can promote tranquil feelings. Additionally, we find beta-caryophyllene and carvone, which can help to decrease inflammation and have a soothing effect on the entire body. All of these chemical constituents make adaptive perfect for helping you find a sense of calmness throughout the day.
Now that we've talked about some of the supplements, how they work, why they're so effective, and how to use them, help us to understand the difference in oil application and its effect on the body.
Oh, that's a great question. There are 3 main oil applications that we know: aromatically, topically, and internally. And we've learned a lot about the olfactory system today, which helps us to understand why using essential oils aromatically is an easy and effective way for our body to experience the benefits of essential oils. So you can use and get the benefits from diffusing, even if you just unscrew the bottle and take a whiff, which I love, or put it in your hands and breathe in. So I love that we can do that with the 15 milliliter adaptive. Topical use, though, is a great way to absorb essential oils due to their low molecular weight and lipid solubility. And while you gain the benefits from applying essential oils topically almost anywhere in your body, it's really most effective to work with some of those absorbent areas like the bottoms of your feet, your wrists, or the back of your neck. So I love that. Because essential oils can be a little harsher on the skin, the doTERRA Touch Blend, I love that you pre-diluted that. Love that so much because it can help to minimize the skin sensitivity situation. And of course, internal use starts with our digestive system, which helps to distribute the benefits of essential oils to varying systems of our body, which is amazing. But it's good to know that essential oils, not all of them are meant to be taken internally. And that's why we recommend that you look at our supplement line, which packages a plethora of essential oils that are safe for internal usage, and that can help it to be easy on the body. So we look at 3 applications, aromatic, topical, internally. And when you're trying to decide which way to use it, which one you use depends on the effect that you're looking for in the body. What type of response are you trying to get from your body? That's why doTERRA has so many different products and so many different formats. It makes perfect sense when you look at it that way. And if you look particularly at the adaptive system, for example, you can take the essential oils in all 3 ways. And I love that you've done that. We have the 15 milliliter bottle. We can breathe that in aromatically. We have the touch version. We can roll that on our body and use that topically on our skin. And then we have the supplement. So it's a perfect combination of the 3.
So why do people have different experiences with the same oil?
Another part of personal preference involves your past associations. Certain scents may remind you of different memories, experiences, and moments. These can carry potent emotional weight for many people. It's possible that the smell of an oil can remind one person of a loving friend and another of an unpleasant encounter with someone. These associations will greatly alter your reaction to that aroma. Ultimately, essential oils will work differently for different people. It can be helpful to listen to others' experiences, but to know how an essential oil will work for you, the best thing for you to do is just try it.
Thank you, Dr. Riggs. This year's convention has been unlike any other. Although we weren't able to meet together physically, we've loved being able to connect with you virtually as we've talked about the importance of pursuing what's pure. That's part of our DNA. It's part of who we are. We have a special presentation all about the business and how you can join us in this movement starting at 5 p.m. Mountain Time. To get the most out of our time together, here are a couple things you can do. Check out the bonus content and make sure you visit doTERRA Home. All of these sessions have been incredible. And this content is available on demand between now and October 31st, so you can come back and revisit these insights again and again. If you don't have your own login, it's not too late. Visit doTERRA.com to get access. And don't forget to order your Pursue 2020 kit, either through this portal or at doTERRA.com. As a company, we are honored to have a network of wellness advocates actively working to change the world. We see your efforts, we see your goodness, and we know that as a global family, our efforts to pursue what's pure are making a real difference. Now, Dr. Hill has one last message to share with you.
It's finally here. We're at the end of what has been a great privilege, enjoying you in your homes and you joining us literally in our home as well. I hope that the event for you has been spectacular. I hope that we've met your expectations. I hope that you're looking to the future as I am with great hope. Now, in this process, we've revisited some of our favorites, our hero products, products that you're familiar with, and we've given you new meaning and new direction associated with them. We'd introduced new programs within doTERRA, all a part of our Healing Hands initiative, Hopeland. We're excited about Hopeland and all of our partners this way. Now, of course, the last 3 days has not been the same as being with you in Salt Lake City. I hope that at some point we have the opportunity for that to happen again. However, the energy that we have between us is not because we are physically together. It's much stronger than that. It's an opportunity for us to expand our knowledge, our experience, and to share that with others. In this event, pursuing the 2020 event has inspired and elevated us collectively. Now, I want to speak for just a moment about this energy that needs to go out to the world. All of us, for one reason or another, have our own purposes in doTERRA. We look for opportunities to share. We look for opportunities to give. We look for opportunities to support. Right from the very beginning, doTERRA has been founded on principles that are driving factors in giving us the ability to change our own lives and the lives of those whom we care most about. One time, I had the opportunity to listen to somebody who described many great and miraculous things. Maybe through this event, you feel like you've had the opportunity to experience great things. Maybe it's been life-changing for you. But the real test of that opportunity will come as you and I begin to share what we know, what we experience. Now, the times that we live in are challenging. None of us expected to be here at this moment. But I have a personal belief that says that when we experience great challenges, there's great potential for outcomes and change. Be a part of that change. Be true to what you know and understand in doTERRA. We also live in a time where there are many people who may feel differently. Maybe their experiences are different than our own. It's okay. We have a great opportunity yet to change the world, to make a difference in people's lives. Personally, I appreciate the way that I have seen people rise up to the occasion that lies before us, including where we are right now, right here in this moment. And it makes me extremely optimistic for the future. After all, pursue is not a passive word, it's a word of action. Pursue more education. Pursue more opportunities to share with others. Pursue the opportunity to make a difference in your communities, your neighborhoods, and even in your own family. We cannot have something as powerful as these oils and keep them to ourselves. Together, I feel like we're stewards of these oils. We all feel that way. Collectively at doTERRA, each single one of us works together in unity in not only the pursuit of what's pure, but in having that expression become something that people all over the world will experience. We are relying on you as you are relying on us. You have our firm commitment in doTERRA. We will do our part. Now, I've said this many times. I wish that we were perfect. We're not. We try to be. We do our very best. And I will commit to you that that will not cease and that will not stop. The things that you have come to trust in doTERRA remain in doTERRA and forever will. And that will happen not just because of our efforts collectively, but because of our efforts collectively, which includes you. We wish for you in the coming months great happiness, great success, that you and your family are happy, that you're safe, and that you're protected. As we go out and we do much good in the world, what a privilege it is to be associated with you. On behalf of myself and all of my partners, we want you to know how privileged we are to work with you in this great work of doTERRA. Thank you for joining with us.